Your favorite. Today, we are reacting to episode 1091 of the One Piece anime. Will they finally reach the island itself, the rest of them, the ones who aren't there? And will we finally get to see Egghead in all its animated glory? I'm so excited for this episode. Maybe Vegapunk will make some outfits for people.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
All right, without further ado, let's just jump into the reaction. Episode 1091, brimming with the future, an adventure on the island of science. Remember, as always, if you want to see the full uncut, uncensored versions of these reactions, all you got to do is become a Patreon member by going to patreon.com/volume1pod. You can even try it out for free for 7 days to see if it's right for you, and it helps us and this channel do all of the things that we do. We wouldn't be able to do it without our Patreon family. So click the link down below to check it out for yourself. But for now, let's jump right into the episode. It's so hard to skip it. Ooh, that looks so clean. He looks fucked up. Damn. Oh shit. Oh.
That was nasty.
Why was that so nasty?
It was the sound.
Let me see your panties. Bro, the lighting on her shot is so sick.
They're simping.
Oh, Robin's like, cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Robin, don't lie. Oh, okay. Whoa, Brooke, she can't have the biggest brain in the world? Fuck yeah, dude. Lilith's character design is so perfect. Perfect. So follow through.
Lila's voice is so like not what I imagined her to sound like.
Really?
Yeah. She's a lot more spunkier.
I imagined her being pretty
Oh, I
spunky.
like that guy. I think, well, yeah, because she's Raph, right? Technically, I forget what they
too.
like, rage or something. Anyway. She's ready to bare fucking arms right now.
Robin is not fucking around. Everybody else is fanboying. And she's like, let's fucking assess the situation first.
Oh.
Sick. So sick. Shaka!
Bro.
Oh, I should have got my Shaka helmet for this episode. Oh, fuck. Essentially, he's saying you cannot handle them on your own.
Yeah, literally.
Crazy. Fuck.
They're the decoys. That's so disrespectful.
I know. Ah! I'm looking at my Shaka helmet off camera right now. I want it.
Chopper.
お前ここ来たことあんのか？子供の頃な。まだ普通の研究所だった。ほんでまた何しに来たんだ？ベガパンクに用があると言っておったが。返答によっては奴には死んでもらう。何があったんだ？私の父はベガパンクの手によってサイボーグになった。今はもう人間としての自我を失う。
Is this the first time we find this shit out? Oh.
ただの生物兵器にされちまった。ああ、許さない。ごめんな、ボギー。5、2、1。
Oh, I can't wait.
Boogie.
さっさと登れ。お前たちはこれからどうする？
船長次第だが、まずは仲間と合流せんとな。
Oh.
許さねえ。よーし、飯を探しに。
Kids at a candy shop.
マリージョアでサボにあったんだ。
I've been waiting for this shit.
We hear the. According to my calculations, this is sick as fuck.
It looks so cool already. Oh my god. Wow.
Music pop off. Fishes pop off. Luffy
This
pop
is
off.
like an island we've never seen before. Unlike any island we've ever seen before. Oh my god, in the anime it looks so
Damn.
fucking crazy.
Fucking kaiju fights.
He's in heaven. Crazy.
Ooh.
Bro, I'm telling you, dude, in the anime it looks so much crazier. Crazy.
Down to the freaking NFL.
It kind of did. It kind of did.
食われた気が。自分で余計腹減ることしやがって。
Bonnie, don't act like you don't have an appetite too.
Poor Theo.
Poor Theo Jimbei. Taking care of the kids.
Oh, damn, high speed.
Ice cream, so good. Fucking pissed. Luffy's hell.
Oh.
このパフェはホログラムじゃろ。
ほらほら。どうやって食べるんだ。
パフェは本物ではない。
じゃあ本物出してくれ。腹減った。どこだ。
ここに食い物はない。
Fuck.
結局ねえのかよ。
The sad One Piece music starts playing.
Oh shit.
わしもホログラムは初めて見たわい。
光立体映像。物語か空想の話だぞ。
Bro, I mean, I guess like I wouldn't have been able to tell the color in the manga either, but I don't remember him being like Gear 5, like red Gear 5. I mean, I'm sure it's just a gag, but still.
Oh yeah, the Spy Kids.
This really is some Spy Kids shit. Well, actually some Star Trek shit too.
近海は極寒の海じゃったが、ここはやたら暖かいな。
Your favorite.
She's gonna be huge.
She's gonna be gigantic.
She's cute.
She's even cuter in the anime. Her voice too.
Oh.
Cut that shit, bro.
Bro, he just punched her like, I mean, pretty hard, I would imagine.
Oh yeah. That's the button I would hit too. Cheeseburger in paradise.
She's a Sour Patch Kid.
Vega Cola.
Bro, Frankie's fave right there.
With the star too. God, that shit looks bomb. Bro, this place went from like heaven to hell to back to heaven again. Ooh, I'm hungry now too. Jinbei, you know you want to grub too, dude. Come on, bro. These are the moments in One Piece that I love the most. It's like the lore, the backstory, and these moments.
I love her.
I love her voice.
I love her. I love her. I love her. Oh. They're always complaining about lack of resources, lack of money. Blast off.
She really did blast off again. She made contact.
Her tail!
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god. Hey.
They don't give a fuck. They're just eating. The intros, I love them. Ooh. God damn. That was such a fun episode.
Yeah.
It was everything I could have hoped it would be and more. Like I said during the actual episode, it's what I love about One Piece. I love the backstories and lore, but second, these moments where we get to spend time and just laugh with these characters, how they interact with each other.
Yes, yeah. Like I love the moments where exactly like, we interact with each other and their personalities can like shine.
Yes.
That's like my favorite part. I think, I mean, we were even talking about how we enjoy One Piece because we're not necessarily like power scalers. We're, you know, fans of fighting because we do
For
like
sure.
shonen anime and manga, but that's not all we want from a story. So it is so refreshing to get like these episodes and even talking to you about like how we enjoy it, I guess. Even referring back to like what Oda said about his own writing and how much he'd rather be writing like this over and over and over again. And obviously like, you know, amazing backstories and lore and
Yes.
how the world connects and world building rather than just like fighting,
Right.
which One Piece isn't just fighting. Obviously it's everything.
And the fights are great, dude.
Yeah.
We love the fights, but I mean, we're just not power scalers. And if you are, and if that's how you enjoy it, that's awesome.
I mean,
That's
don't get us
awesome.
wrong. I was lit off my fucking ass when they were like, I'm always a sucker for that in a story, right? In the episode when someone thinks like they're hot shit, and then they have someone else in their ear, literally in their ear, saying like, "Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you don't have any idea who that fucking person is, do you?"
Yeah.
They are ready and can take you out at any moment in time.
Yeah.
Like it's not if there's no question about whether you're gonna win this fight. And I was like,
gave me
oh
chills.
fuck, it really did.
Watching it more than even reading it,
No.
it gave me chills.
I remember when we read it, we are like, dang, like that's
Yeah,
lit.
yeah.
But honestly, it we talk about it because things are happening in the manga, but with Frankie specifically, and like Usopp and all these characters that are like, you know, not the main fighters of the crew.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so funny to hear her be like, oh, these fools were the decoys. Like, that's so disrespectful to like fans of the series that love them.
And to my boy, Frankie specifically.
Yeah, he's giving you all this fucking like praise. Like, I respect you. I spent 2 years on your hometown turf, bitch.
Yeah.
And she's like,
she's like,
you're a fucking decoy.
Yeah, you're just a fanboy.
You're literally simping over me right now.
Yeah, and it's gross.
But yeah, I mean, again, I'm a raw some feathers up.
Go off.
But notice how Shaka didn't mention Sanji.
Stop.
I'm just saying. I'm no hate.
Right.
But it was. And you know what's even crazier? Like, I'm sure. I don't want to go this crazy. I don't want to say like Shaka didn't even know who he was.
No, he had to have, yeah. But it is kind of crazy that he just mentioned, really, Zoro.
He mentioned, okay, before you come at me, he mentioned them, but you come at me. He mentioned them because Sanji was acting the way he was acting, right?
That's fair. That like Zoro had his hand on his sword, ready to fucking go.
Robin was fucking start flurrying it up.
Yes.
He was ready to go. Sanji was cool and collected. You know, it's freaking Jumbo was fucking flaming.
Diablo. Yeah. If he had his like shoes and socks off, you
something
know
else was flaming.
His heart.
His loins.
Oh, his loins. His loins. Yeah. I was trying to, make it a little sweeter,
We're talking.
We're talking about Sanji.
Yeah, no, for real. But I just thought that was funny. Again, it was the way he was acting, and he was ready to give up his treasure. With that, no question.
And would you say his treasure is his virginity?
Ooh.
Yeah, because I think Sanji,
that's why
should still be a virgin. Him and Puddin didn't consummate.
Yeah, she was underage. So.
Oh, that's true.
Let's hope not.
That's true.
But
yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Virgin.
I just think too that like the whole what? I just think too that the whole like world lived up to every expectation that I had. I was so excited for them to actually get to this island. And I do feel like it's different than any other island they've ever been to before, but also like the start of a new like arc, them arriving in a new place and learning about the world. I mean, anytime they do it is so fun. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Because Oda builds these like really unique locations that seem like they have, they just like he's put thought into like how they exist, how their culture would have like progressed. You know what I'm saying?
And obviously it's different than any other island we've been to because this island is supposed to be so far ahead in the future. And I like obviously like the flow of the story. Like, I don't know, people complain about Wano a lot, and people like are like, who was writing Wano? Like, who was writing, like, for real, like, it's so good, like, who was writing Wano this whole time? Because they just don't like it. I think it was like every other One Piece arc, like.
Well, it's kind of crazy too, and this is like a little tangent, but like I was watching a YouTube short that someone filmed at a con, and I know you can like interview a bunch of people and cut it together however you want, but this person was asking like so many people what their favorite One Piece arc was, and like every answer was Wano.
Well,
every answer was
recency bias.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I do think that there are people that really, really like it.
No, I mean that's with anything.
Like it could be their favorite arc.
That's with anything,
right?
But I mean, I like the flow of the story because of now we have this revelation of Luffy and his ability and his Gear 5 and all of that, like being limitless and your imagination can do amazing things.
Right.
And I like how after that reveal in the story, we are going to a place that is just that. Mm-hmm. Imagination if you have the assets and the tools.
Yeah.
And
it feels like a toy store kind of, you know what I mean? Like in a sense, but yes, it's about
it's Willy Wonka.
Yeah, Willy Wonka.
It is. It like, yeah, I'm getting like, even watching it again, I'm getting very strong Willy Wonka vibes because of like, it's so beautiful and amazing, but there is like darkness. Like,
right.
There is things that have happened in the name of science here that aren't the best morally.
And I'm thinking Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, not Timothy Chalamet. Because Gene Wilder had that little bit of crazy to him.
Timothée Chalamet.
Not Timothée. No,
No, Johnny?
Johnny was cool. Johnny.
I want to say Johnny was cool.
but he had a little bit of that crazy side of it.
That's
too.
what I mean. I wouldn't say he's
Chalamet
cool.
was just like
Timothy Chalamet
Willy
played
Wonka.
himself.
Yeah, he was really
played
playing
Timothée
himself.
Chalamet.
He really did. Yeah, I
But-
expected more
Get your bag.
from the creators of Paddington.
Get your bag.
And
wish it was a
those
fucking
are my shots fired. This
I wish it was a
episode.
Paddington 4.
I don't even think there's a 3. Is there?
I thought that was a 3. No.
I don't think
1 and
so.
2.
I just
Then
think
give us a fucking 3 then.
a.
Why'd you make this?
But yeah, strong Willy Wonka vibes.
Strong. Your imagination, like, Atlas was saying, like, the whole construct of what's real and what's not is like limiting you. Like, that's such an old way of thinking. Like, anything can be real, anything can be fake.
Yeah.
And they're like, munching, they don't give a fuck. But yeah. I just think it's so fun and so cool. And I'm loving obviously, like, as reading, like I said about Lilith, like her voice and her attitude, like I feel it so much more. And it is fun to see like the distinct, not just in looks, but like personality traits that each of them possess from the situation.
Yeah.
But
because I mean, in this episode, we saw 3 satellites. We got Lilith dropping the term satellite, right? And in the opening, there's a bunch of other characters, and they all have
you mean Stella?
Satellites. Stella is Stella, but the Stella. But they are satellites.
I didn't hear her say satellites.
I
thought it was just Stella.
Well, no, because there's only one Stella.
I know.
Yeah,
she said satellites.
I'm almost positive. Either way, I'm almost positive. Anyway, we saw 3 of them this episode: Shaka, Atlas, Lilith. And again, I feel like the OP kind of shows a lot more.
But we'll talk about it in the spoiler section.
Yeah, we can talk more about it in the spoiler section because there are things that even we saw in this episode that I need to talk about in the spoiler section. But another thing about like being caught up on the manga and watching the anime is that I can't always like remember exactly if this was the first time ever that we found out that Kuma and Bonnie had a like connection, like had like she is his. And
you guys saw that, right? I mean, that's implied because they didn't really show
Kuma.
They kind of did.
If you're a One Piece fan,
I don't know.
There's only so many people aside. I mean, come on.
I'm just trying. I'm trying here.
Looking out.
I'm trying. I'm trying for fucking. I'm trying.
I understand. I respect it
because
some
we could be the what? What do you mean? It's like
I mean, I guess there always is going to be people who are like who didn't, I guess, make that connection. But come on, it's so obvious. It's there. And don't gaslight me.
I'm not gaslighting you. I'm just saying.
But I don't know if this is the first time that we found out here or not. But either way, what a cool moment. And again, like the mysteries that are going to unfold. And again, seeing it over and realizing like how, we were introduced to this situation and this island in a very like mysterious way. Like what the fuck is going on? Everybody is calling themselves Vegapunk. We've seen 2...
There's fucking holograms.
Yeah, holograms. We've seen 2 like girl versions and one, mysterious figure in a helmet that has the number 1 on, their helmet. So, like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This world and even the way it was animated with its like 3D elements, I thought were blended very like seamlessly into the scenes, but also like it kind of works to its like advantage because it is a world of the future, an island of the future. So even kind of like when I would notice like, oh, this is like a very 3D like asset, that they've like dropped into the scene. It kind of just like works. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
It's giving I forget the term, but like those old school, like it's like Amazing Digital Circus, like those old school, like PC, like 3D rendered, like games.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because like the grid too.
The music, like pixel art, like everything, technology. I guess. So.
I loved that, and you pointed it out during the episode too. Just those like subtle like.
Computer sound, digital,
in the music, it was so good.
Yeah, And I love Atlas so much.
Alice is one of your favorite characters that we've met so far.
Yeah.
In this
She's
arc.
so cute. I love her so much. I love how she can go from like 0 to 100.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love it. It's so funny. They do totally sound like a, not necessarily like a non-profit, but like a like a company that like a startup essentially. Like if only we had more money to put it back into the business so we could continue to grow it and define assets. It's like they're just complaining about it the whole time.
Yeah.
It's really funny how that's why they get angry. Like they're like, yeah, we want to steal from you, not because it's for us, it's for the greater good of the cause.
Right.
Like, oh, I could make so many more inventions if I have your bounty money.
And again, speaking of those inventions, dude, like it's crazy that we've only really seen a couple so far, but even the hologram.
Hollow?
Well, yeah, like that whole moment, I remember reading it in the manga like, oh shit, like even just the implications of that, like being able to create holograms. Like there was a part of me, I remember when I read it, that was like, bro, was like, were other things like it like did they ever encounter a hologram before and not know it? You know what I mean? Like I doubt it, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
but like my mind just kind of went there.
That's the crazy thing about Egghead. Like Lilith was saying, like if there's any fucking ship, like not ship that comes near Egghead, like it just gets fucking sunk. Like,
yeah.
So no one is able to like get in and like steal things.
Yeah.
So everything, all the technology that we're seeing here, unless it is something that was created by Vegapunk that is outside in the outside world being used, then it's not going to be anywhere else. Well, that's what I'm saying,
because like this is what I like. I really appreciate and have loved this, not really shift necessarily, but like this like fleshing out of this whole other like sect of characters in the One Piece world, like the scientists, you know, with Judge and finding out more about Judge and Mads and Caesar and like all of these. Like Vegapunk is like, you don't get smarter than Vegapunk. Nobody's on his level. But
no, I do like that too, because I think we've been so like deep seated in like mythology and like things that it cannot be explained in fantasy.
Yeah.
Especially, like a Skypiea.
Right. Which is awesome too.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a Fishman Island, like something that's so like out of realm of like, obviously in this world, but it just feels so magical and mystical. And then we get to go to, like you said, all of these scientists that are like running like experiments, and not experiments in the sense that it's like a hogback situation.
Right. But Caesar was doing some really fucked up shit to those kids.
No. Yeah. No, like I'm not saying about the levels of fucked up, because we see here later on it does get fucked up. But I mean like a very scientific type of like, we put parts together and like, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Very
this group of like, no pun intended, but like, and it's probably why they're called Mads, but like mad scientists. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall, I just have to again say that this episode was so much fun. I love these moments. I love this group. I think I said that in our last reaction, but that reaction didn't end up going up on YouTube, which not all of them do. Some of them do, but all of them since Egghead are available to our Patreon YouTube members. But I said this in the last one, that like this group specifically, Chopper, Bonnie, Luffy, Jinbei, I mean, I did not know how much I needed this group until I got them. But yeah, and it's only gonna again get crazier and crazier and crazier.
I know.
And that's one more thing I think I want to say before the spoilers free section ends, is that I so far, and it's super early into the game, into this arc, but it feels like the pace is like really great. Like I'm having a really good time with like how they're pacing it out. Getting to this part as a manga reader, being caught up, felt like not one single chapter was ever a miss. And not that there have been chapters that are misses, but like in terms of like feeling like it was slowing down, or that it was.
No, it was moving. I mean, I'm even thinking like it's different. And to that, I guess we did read Wano. We didn't have to wait a week for
Right.
it to come out, so we weren't weekly readers at that point. It was all binge reading, so maybe we didn't feel that. And but I think the general consensus of the community is like, yeah, Egghead has not stopped. Like,
Yeah.
it's not stopped. Like Wano, there were some chapters where we're like, people were like, okay, let's move on from this fight, or let's, where's this character? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, and especially we felt that very strongly when we were in the last stages of Wano with like the Luffy and the Kaido fight.
Yeah.
When that easily could have been cut down a couple episodes and just focused on the other characters that were doing things, because there were other characters doing a lot of shit at that time. And it just kept going back to Luffy and Kaido. Obviously, it was a very important fight, very establishing for Luffy's character, but it did feel long. And I think people in the manga, obviously it's a little faster, but it still felt a little long. But yeah, Egghead has not stopped. I figured this would be, the way they would have to pace it, because it is like, just bam, bam, bam.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I was curious to see like how it was gonna feel watching it weekly too, and I feel like it's right there. Like, I have the same like feelings and the same level of hype for the next episode. It feels like everything is really going in the same way that it felt when we were reading it. Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, that's probably going to do it for our spoiler-free discussion of this episode. Remember to like the video, leave a comment if you're anime only, or even if you're caught up on the manga too, letting us know your thoughts, like how you felt about this episode, what you liked, what you were surprised by, any and all comments we would love to see. And if you're not caught up, we're going to have a very brief spoiler section, so we'll give you a bit of fair warning before we get into that. 3, 2, 1. We're in spoiler territory now. There's honestly only one thing. It's going to be so short. I mean, for me personally, I don't know if you have anything.
I would say maybe it was an interesting shot to show Chopper's perspective of Bonnie walking away.
Interesting.
Because it was lower. And it was like
interesting
crack,
It was.
I don't know if they shortened her shorts. I don't think they've always been this short.
Hanging the fuck out. Like, it might as well have been fucking all out. It was
I see like the back
out.
Dimples. It's like
yeah. They're like, let's go with Chopper's perspective for the shot.
That's what it felt like, bro. I was like, okay. Again, and again, if you don't know, like everyone else didn't know, of course there were things that led to that. But even here, if you had any doubts, you're like, wait. That doesn't make any sense. And then again, misleading, saying, oh yeah, when I was a kid, I was here.
Right.
She said like, oh, last time I was here, I was a kid. And then they go, oh, okay, then I don't know what everyone else is fucking talking about.
Right.
But then, obviously we know what we know. But yeah, it's just a lot of misleading. And then there's shots like these that's like, okay, well, they wouldn't. Right. And then Toei's like, but we would.
The only thing that I really wanted to talk about was, knowing where we're at now and seeing the whole like light glove scene again. It's so significant, dude. It's crazy. And they just have to come back into the story at some point. And I think that we might be, in the manga at least, like at a point where we're very close to seeing, somebody use those. I just remember when they were first introduced, and then we found out that Kizaru was going to be involved. Everybody was making that connection. Like, there has to be a reason that they highlighted this invention, right? But then as like time goes on and you wait week to week to week to week to week to week to week.
Well, I mean, that would be the only way that the last chapter, like Sanji and Frankie.
Right.
That would be one, because we were, obviously we're speculating like the team ups for the next fight, because there's no way in hell that like Frankie's gonna go up against Kizaru on his own. Even Sanji go up against Kizaru on his own.
I don't
know,
man.
with the technology, they might stand a chance. A small, might have a better shot.
Well, they definitely have a better shot, obviously together. But yes, I think that it's just interesting though, because that isn't Sanji's fighting style at all. So like, I just wonder, like if because they're all wearing those boots. Like, it would be interesting if they could like modify those boots with the same technology.
But
and
it's
then
just
Frankie's
there's
hands.
no time. There's just no time to do that. It's like happening now.
That's true. But that's true. And I just thought about it again because I was like, how would Frankie even wear them? But Atlas is fucking huge, so they would fit. They might even be fucking big on Frankie now, you know. But yeah,
they would be very big. They would be his whole body. I think it would fit over his whole body.
Yeah,
there's no way.
But it could be. I mean, it really could be so advanced that it could like form to, you know, it could like change sizes. You know, it could like form to your hand or any specific hand. The point is, seeing that scene again, like, and then being where we're at in the manga, where it seems like in the next couple chapters we're going to be getting a Frankie Sanji versus Kizaru fight. These gloves are going to come back into play. It was just cool, like seeing that again, like at this point. It's just really, really cool. Super excited. It makes me so excited. I am so excited every week to watch the anime, and you know, even though we know what's going to happen because it's just so good. But then of course, like every week I'm also like super looking forward to the manga. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just the best time. It's the best time. But I think that's pretty much it for the spoiler section. I didn't really have anything else that I really wanted to. I really felt like I had to talk about.
I think the next episode we're going to be getting everyone's outfits.
I hope,
because I think that's when like they get a tour of the facilities and they see like York for the first time,
right? And probably
and
like
the other
Pythagoras
satellites.
and Edison,
yeah. But maybe it'll be one more episode because it's hard for me to remember because I think we kept cutting back between these two groups and they were separated for quite a while. Like Jinbei and Chopper and like all of them are separated from the main group for a bit until I think maybe CPP gets involved.
Right.
Which is kind of a ways away when I think about the chapters.
Like, think about all the stuff that like
happens, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people are already saying like, this is the list for me, and it's like Egghead's number one for arcs. It's like Egghead, Marineford, and Enies Lobby.
Yeah.
And people are like, damn, chill, bro. Like, arc's not even finished yet. But think about all the fucking banger shit that's happened.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, and you know, recency bias is for sure a thing, and that's why when we were recently asked by like another One Piece YouTuber our favorite backstory, like it was so hard to not put Kuma. Like we really both wanted to put Kuma, but I still rank Kuma's backstory like top 3, and I still rank Egghead, even though it's not done, like top 3. Easy, no question. And I really don't think it's recency bias, but I think that's what people who have recency bias say. But it's just so good. It's so good.
It's so good. I mean, yeah. It's crazy.
Anyway, I think that's going to do it for our conversation on episode 1091. If you made it this far, then thank you. Shout out to you. You're a goat. And
crack some eggs open for volume 1.
Oh, Egghead. You know. We're also going to, right after this, be recording our monster reaction as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get that out soon too. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys clicking on this video, hanging out with us. Again, if you want to see the full uncut, unedited, uncensored versions of these reactions and every single reaction, because again, not all of them make it to YouTube, but if you want to see every single one, then you can do that by becoming a Patreon member by going to patreon.com/volume1pod or by becoming a YouTube member and clicking join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video. It helps us out so much. It means the world to us. It matters. And if you're willing and able to do that, then check it out for yourself for free for 7 days to see if it's right for you. And speaking of our Patreon and YouTube members, we have to take a very quick moment to shout out members of our V1P tier. So a huge shout out to all of our members and everybody supporting in any way they can. But a special thank you to
Tyler, the nerdy bassist, Roland V Dub, Black Sun Series, Quattro,
Wombo, Tyler Wallace, Paladin Berserker Jedi, David Ramirez, Rexy Dorado, And a very special welcome to our new V1P member, Primordial Life. Thank you to any
Thank
and
you,
all of
guys.
you, no matter how you show your support. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that is always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is...
At last, we meet Atlas.
Actually, that's not bad at all. We meet
Atlas at last.
That's good. That's really good.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us. And until next time,
At last, we meet Atlas.
She is so cute.
She's the
I mean, the manga too, but I mean...
So what is she, like a goat? Because it looks like kind of a squirrel tail, but goats do have that kind of long...
those ears, for sure.
Like a fawn.